Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to review a Indonesian horror movie called SUSUK. Now before starting the video, I request you all, if you like this video then please subscribe to our channel. At the beginning of the film we see two sisters named Laros and Ayu. While younger sister Ayu is a makeup artist, Laros is a prostitute, and because of this, Ayu ignores Rose a lot. Rose comes here and wanted to call her and see that it's difficult for her to leave her business, but she disconnects the call, not paying attention to Lara's words. After this, we see a taxi driver named Key who is talking to a person in a hotel. She, Alaros, meets a man and who was her client, and Desmond has become so crazy about Laros and he starts proposing to her by giving her red roses. Desmond is a married man with children, which is why Laros rejects his proposal, but this angers Desmond and attacks Laros. Laros tries to call his sister Ayu to save herself, but she doesn't pick up the call and results in a fight where Laros is thrown down the balcony. Now, Laros gets deadly injured, and from here the scene shifts. At Amrita Hospital, Laros is undergoing surgery because Laros is badly injured. Arman was here in the name of Laros' family, and Ayu also comes to see Laros. Doctors find out that a total of 24 bones of Laros were broken, and it was very difficult for her to survive. During a CT scan, we were also able to see that there were many small cracks in Laros' face, which are called SUSUK. Now, SUSUK is, in many cultures, women put small needles in their face and is believed that they will look more beautiful. The structure of their face will become more prominent, and the small pins are called susuk because they are usually made of gold and are sometimes associated with black magic. And coming back to the story, she dies inside the hospital, but for some time this girl suddenly comes to life, which was very disturbing. During the night, Lara sees a scary spirit behind Ayu. Ayu does not see anything. Seeing such condition, Arman and Ayu decide that they will take her to the village with them, and these people go to Hanuman's taxi, and while entering the village we see some people who were drinking alcohol. Somewhere Ayu felt that if she picked up the phone that day perhaps this would not have happened. Apart from this, Ayu finds someone at home on her mother used to practice makeup. Here Ayu gets emotional after watching an old video of her and her mother on the phone. From this we can understand that most probably her mother was also a makeup artist and she is dead. After getting settled, Ayu meets Mr. Dammer here, who asks Ayu to meet a person named Rahmat because Rahmat could help Ayu. Mr. Rahmat agrees to see them next day. And today there is some paranormal activity with Ayu in the house at night. Ayu felt as if she was bleeding from a doll, and that doll looked like Laris. Everything becomes normal. It was just a scary vision of Ayu. Now when Ramat comes the next day, he immediately discovers what was in Laris' face. Ramat sees that people who know that after falling ill to travel a long distance and a spell is bound on them. So Ramat will have to take out the whole susuk from Laris, for which they will have to do a ritual. Then the ritual starts, but as soon as they start trying to take it out from Lara's face, but he fails. She attacks all of them. Rahmat gets very frightened by this attack and he leaves the ritual. Now, some people were secretly watching the entire incident from a window, and let me tell you, he is a leader of the group of people drinking whom we saw at the entry of the village. Next, we learn that the three of them have always liked Laros, but in the past, Laros was the reason for his proposal. This time, Pacino's friends make fun of him. It seems that he was rejected even by a prostitute. Ayu wonders whether Rahmat died due to the attack by fighters, but Arman says that is not so. After this, Arman goes to meet Prasad, a SUSUK expert, so Prasad can help him. He demands money for this work to get out of the dance. He also asks to bring it to his home. On the hand, Daman comes to meet Ayu at her house. Well, Daman says that people in the village have started talking about Ayu because she is taking care of Laros with Arman. So before people are getting misunderstood, Ayu should make this thing public. Hearing the fact that he's also living here with her, she grows angry after his departure. She starts cleaning up the house. Then suddenly a wood turns into a human eyeball, and then suddenly the paranormal activities increases. Ayu's run outside and she bumps into the man and everything becomes normal once again. Now when Hermano, Ayu and Laris go to the specialist, he sees that the flame is a SUSUK in his face. Through the ritual, he asks Ayu to go out, after which he starts the ritual of extracting SUSUK. This ritual is quite intense where the child starts behaving strangely. Laros was this one, and he had difficulty removing the last SUSUK. Because everyone in the village started feeling that Raman died because of Laros, and this family is a disgrace to the village, just like their mother was. Hearing this, Ayu feels bad and starts going back home, where she met Sion on the way, and he offers help in a strange rowdy style. We also meet a man named Mana, and we find that Ayu was Mana's daughter. And when Ayu comes to know about this, he made a fatal attack. But seeing his madness, the villagers killed him, and Raut somehow escaped from Krishna's attack. Daman comes to their house to take them to Mrs. place because Mrs. was helping Laros remove Susuk. And Arman sees that Laros has completely recovered. She also starts seducing Arman. In such a situation, even Arman is unable to resist and he starts getting physically involved with Laros. Then suddenly, Ayu comes there, and from her point of view, Arman is getting physical with Laros on top. Of course, we see that Ayu starts getting disgusted with Arman because she feels that Arman was doing wrong with Laros, and here Arman doesn't even understand Ayu because he was not understanding it himself, that Laros is playing games with them. They learn that Laros was already dead and the person inside was a spirit, a black spirit, and they try to take her to the graveyard to bury her because this was the way how they can get rid of the bad spirit. And they face a few challenges while taking her to the graveyard, such as the village people attacking them and even the spirit in Laros trying to stop them. They try to find the proper grave, and after one or two trials, they find the grave, and finally, they are able to bury Laros. At the end of the film, we see that Ayu is combing her hair, indicating that perhaps she is no longer mentally stable, and she is also on the same path, that on the path where his mother and elder sister walked, and which was running towards beauty and chasing her. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.